Have you ever wondered how art has evolved over the centuries? It's a fascinating journey, one that begins in the dimly lit caverns of our prehistoric ancestors. Here, on the rough-hewn walls, the first artists etched their world into existence. Through the simple strokes of charcoal and ochre, they communicated stories of hunts and milestones, creating a tangible record of their lives. As societies evolved, so too did the purpose and nature of art. We see this evolution in the ancient civilizations of Egypt, where art was not merely an expression of human experience, but a divine language. Pharaohs, gods, and mythical creatures adorned the walls of tombs and temples, each stroke a testament to the beliefs and ideals of the time. These early forms of art, raw and powerful, laid the foundation for the diverse tapestry of artistic expression we see today. Now that we have a glimpse of how art began, it's time to dive into the classical era. Imagine living in a time when art was not just for decoration, but a medium for propaganda and religious narratives. This was the reality of the classical era, a time when art began to evolve into more than just aesthetics. As we move from the classical era, we enter the Byzantine period, where art served as a vehicle for religious expression. It was a time when artists moved away from realistic depictions, choosing instead to portray spiritual figures in a symbolic, almost ethereal manner. In the Middle Ages, art became further intertwined with religious and political narratives. Artists often used their work to tell stories, express beliefs, and convey complex messages. These pieces were not just beautiful to look at, they were filled with meaning and symbolism that reflected the context of the time. The art of these eras tells us a story about human history, culture, and the power of creative expression. As we leave the Middle Ages behind, we step into the creative explosion of the Renaissance. What if art was not just a mirror reflecting reality, but a window into the artist's mind? This question leads us into the Renaissance, a period of grand rebirth where art shifted from predominantly religious themes to more secular ones, infusing life into inanimate objects and landscapes. This newfound freedom allowed artists to explore the depths of human emotion, leading us into the Impressionist era. Here, artists like Monet and Degas began to experiment with new techniques and materials, creating masterpieces that captured the transient beauty of life. As we move into the 20th century, we see art becoming increasingly individualistic, reflecting the unique perspectives of the artists themselves. Today, contemporary art continues to push the boundaries, challenging our understanding of what art can be. As we've seen, art is not just about pretty pictures, but a visual diary of human history and emotion.